Well, racing returns to Rosehill Gardens today for San Domenico Stakes Day.
Nick Berney live in the Sky Racing studio. Morning, Nick.
Morning, Tim and Julie. Yes, it's San Domenico Stakes Day, and what a key date it is on the calendar year for especially these young horses. So the 2-year-olds, could they now make that progression as a 3-year-old? Some handle it, some don't. We get to see the return of Wadton. He ran second in the Golden Slipper. And then also, it's been Raging Force. It's been all the rage in the betting. $2.30 now. They went up back there, $3.50 on Wednesday. And the Group 3 up and coming. Don't forget that race, recent history. What about this for a superstar might come out of this race? 2 years ago, we had Tom Kitten, and then last year was Autumn Glow. So on the meeting today, though, we're on a soft 5 surface. Can you believe it? Off the heavy 10 last week to a soft 5. I think they might get slightly off the fence, and on pace might be that bit of an advantage. But I've got to bounce back. Last week was terrible. I'm ready to try and back a few winners today, guys.
Yeah, you had a shocker last week, but we'll forget about that.
Yeah.
We call it fish and chip shop paper in the business. It's gone. You can't do much about it. Let's go forward. Let's march forward. It's all we can control. Best bet. What's your best bet today?
Yeah, I do like this one. I'm going to go to race 5. This is a Chris Waller import by the name of Tazima. So as the vision rolls, he's the horse that gets all the way to the outside in the black colours there with the white and checkered hat. Now, this was Wednesday grade, but he's had 3 starts here in Australia and he's just improved every start. So he comes down the outside here, and I just loved how he wanted to hold his action through the line. Looking at his splits, he actually ran one of the fastest final 200-metre sectionals on the program. But the big plus today is he gets out to 2,000 metres. He's 4th up. And the Sienna Grimer rode it absolutely perfect this day. It was a great ride. She's an apprentice, but you get Tommy Berry on board today from that soft draw. I think he can settle that little bit closer. I think he's the big improver, where a couple of these have been up for some time. So around that $2.90 quote, as I just checked before, he looks the best bet on the program out there at Rosehill Gardens today.
Yeah, with Tommy Berry on board and a finish like that, that is one to keep an eye on for sure. Who's your next best for the day?
Yeah, I thought this horse should be close to favourite, so I'm going to go later on in the program. That's race 7, and that is Roselyn Star. So he had 497 days off the scene, so it's a long time. He's the horse in the red there with the white cap. So as I said, with that time off, he was 3 wide throughout here, and the race was run at a genuine tempo, so he actually accelerated off that. And I thought he was going to kick away here, but just after doing all that work over the final 50 metres, it just told there late. So he's another one of these runners where he gets the big barrier change today, so he can either sit outside the leader or take a sit behind the leaders. He's going to get that much more economical run, just conserving energy. The only thing in the back of my mind is sometimes when horses are off a long break and they have that second up run, can be a little bit flat. But we're getting $5 to find out. If he produces his best, I actually marked him close to favourite. I think he's a great bet around that $5 quote, and I'm happy to find out if he handles the 2-week break off the long spell.
There is a second up syndrome, isn't there, sometimes? There is with some horses. It's the twilight zone on occasions. Now, what's your value bet? I love a little bit of juice on a bet.
Yeah, I'll never forget you, Tim. I've always got around the $8 quote here. I'm looking for one there'll be one that comes later on in the season around that $26, $31 quote. But Emirate, my old friend Emirate. So he promised me the world when he was a 2-year-old, but nothing went right last campaign. He hit a very heavy track up at the Gold Coast first up, and then he had to go straight to 1,600 metres second up. So I'm going to put a line through that campaign. He's the horse in the red on the outside here. So James McDonald tried him up this morning. Tommy Berry goes on for race day, but as you can see there, he's not wearing any blinkers, and I just really liked how he went to the line. So sectionals aren't everything, but that's a trial, and he came home very fast splits, but the blinkers go on for race day. So when Chris Waller does that first up, he puts the blinkers on them. It just rings alarm bells for me. He wants to see something from this horse. They're going to go at a nice, genuine speed. And if Emirate can bounce back to anywhere near his best, I think he could be too classy for these. And at $8, again, I'm happy to find out.
All right, well, this week we've gone even further out wide. Who have you got?
Well, Julie, you said that I can, this season I like betting in the country and the provincials as well. And you said you opened it up to me, and I said, absolutely perfect. Let's go straight to Kem Lagrange. This is a bit of a shorty, but in race 4 today, you're going to see a horse called Samarelle. So it's a bit of a break between runs, but he's the horse, or she, I should say, is the horse there out the back in the yellow hat. So this was on its debut performance, and it was a very fast run race, and she just handled it with a lot of style. So They didn't have a lot of luck there, couldn't come through at the right time, but as soon as that gap appears, for a horse on debut to sprint like the way she did, how she held her action through the line, I thought she could only bounce off this. She's had a tick-over trial between runs. She gets out to 1,400 metres. Down at Kembla Grange today, we've got an improving surface, but the horse that ran second there, that was called the Stars. It subsequently ran really well as well. So they ran good time there. The form's been stacked up, shorter price, but I think Samarelle can get the cash today for us.
All right, well, let's have a look. Get your phone out, get your pen and paper out, and let's have a look at the day's racing from Nick's Tips. Who are you going with here? There's your best bet. There's your next best. I'll leave it with you, Nick.
Best bet, race 5, number 11, that is Tazima. My next best will be Roselyn Star, race 7, number 3. I did think the Emirate was the value, race 10, number 15, and we'll go out wide with Samarelle, race 4, number 5 there at Kembla Grange today.
When I had a crack at you at the start, Nick, I must put my hand up. I went worse than you did. So generally speaking, your hit ratio is very, very good.
Tim, we all have off days, just about bouncing back. But yeah, look, I think we can get some money today. And then, you said the fish and chip shop. Maybe we get some Thai takeaway. Maybe we can just go that next step. It's still early in the season. No fine dining yet, but we can keep building the bank.
Yeah, some fish cakes, a little bit of pad Thai. Love to. All right, good on you. Good to talk.
Thanks, Nick.
Thanks, guys.